Good morning, my Green Light the Day family. I'm Denise. Welcome. Today I want to share a little quote that is just very reflective of my state of mind the last day or so, last night. Today's the first day, or yesterday? Well, first day of fall, anyways. It was either yesterday or it's today, I can't remember. But the quote I want to share with you is, at some point you need to let go, sit still, and let contentment wash over you. And it's from the book Eat, Love, Pray by Melissa Gilbert, I think her name is. You've all heard of the movie and stuff, so it's that book. But last evening I was sitting here on my couch and had come back from my golf game, and I had an okay golf game. Not the best, but it was a pretty good game. I'm getting more and more consistent. And over the weekend I took the last of the stuff off the garden and did a bunch of corn and made some jam and sorry for the shaking, canned some fruit, and I brought some other stuff home here to finish up a couple of things this week because I ran out of time. But over the course of the last week and a half, I have had 4 different people just out of the blue say to me, after I related to them what I'd been working on as far as the garden and the canning and all of that, that I should be very proud of all that I'd done in this past few months, and that my mother would be very proud of me. And I think she would be. Actually, I know she would be. And it's strange, like it's stuff that I never ever tried to do because I never had to do it, because Mom would always do it, right? She canned the fruit for Dad and made the jams and with all of the garden stuff and share it with all of us, right? So I had never really considered whether or not I could or I couldn't do it. And in the last few months, there might have been times when I thought I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but it all turned out okay. And last evening when I got back into town at about 11 o'clock in the evening, and just started thinking back on the summer and everything that I'd done, and I was just enveloped in this complete feeling of peace and contentment. And if you had talked to me about 3 days before that, I was anxious and we had stuff going on with the water at the farm and stuff, and so it just added to things, and I was just like wound tight because I had all the stuff I needed to do. And then I look back and again, you reevaluate, replan, and some of the stuff you do, some of the stuff you plan to do later, and some of it you say, it just don't matter. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. In regards to that, I think because all the garden stuff is done, and there are still hundreds of things for me to do around here, at work, out at the farm, and I'll get to them one day at a time. But for a few hours, I was just completely content and completely satisfied. And it was the most amazing feeling. And I came to the realization this morning that really and truly, that contentment is mine. And I started browsing through a couple of different books and some things on the internet, just sort of looking at the definition, or not the definition of contentment, but just different quotes around contentment. And a lot of them spoke about the fact that going to look for contentment or going to look for your heart's desire will likely always end in failure, because one of the quotes in particular was, If I should ever go look for my heart's desire, I'll look no further than my backyard. For if I can't find it there, I had never had it to lose in the first place. And the way I read that is basically we need to learn to find contentment in the moment, in where we are right now, in the things that we have and the things that we're doing. And it doesn't mean that you don't look to tomorrow, but embracing the richness of the moment that we're in right now and just being content with where we are right now, regardless of what we have to do in an hour or in a day or in a week. But finding that contentment with where you are right now and what you're doing, it's kind of an amazing place to be. And I think part of that has to do with my age, right? Like I just turned 51 a couple of weeks ago, and I'm at a place in my life where there isn't a whole lot that I need. Even, like I just bought a new Jeep because I needed a new vehicle. And everybody has been so excited for me. And I'm happy that I got it. I like it. But it certainly is a different sort of feeling than it was when I got my first couple of new vehicles, right? And for me, I'm just content that I now have a vehicle that's comfortable to ride in, because my seat was getting really shot in my 12-year-old Aztec. Didn't give you a lot of support. So for the 3-hour drive out to the farm and the 3-hour drive back, to have that comfort to sit in, to know that I have a dependable vehicle to drive back and forth again. And also with winter coming soon, having 4-wheel drive. And it just gives me a great deal of peace of mind and contentment, not because it's a new vehicle, but just because it meets the requirements of what I need to accomplish the things that I want to, that being able to continue to support my family and my dad over the winter, and feeling confident that I can get there. I'm really talking in circles here, and I'm sorry. But I don't know how to explain it. I just have this calmness right now. I just feel settled. I feel content, and I feel very blessed that I've been able to accomplish all that I have over the past summer. That Mom, I'm sure, guided me and gave me wisdom, and if it wasn't her, it was her sisters and some of the other elders back home. So I'm content. Life is good. I hope that you can find some peace and contentment today as well. I hope that you're taking care of yourself and each other. Make a great day.